Hi friends! So it's been a minute since we talked about the Raven Cycle on this channel, which frankly is unacceptable. So today let's chat about Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. So first of all, the road to hell is like paved with good intentions or whatever. I did intend to do a full review of the whole series last year. Then 2020 happened, we all know, and things were just thrown awry. I have done videos on the first 2 books in the series, which I will link up there. Bam, bam. Hopefully I don't forget. Normally I do, and it's embarrassing. But if you want to check those out, they are up above. Y'all, sometimes I just forget how good these series are. I mean, I never truly forget because they really do just like these characters like live with me all the time. Some more than others, but all the time, and to an extent where I see the parallels and I'm like, wow, like maybe if they're lovable then I'm lovable. There's a lot going on there that I should probably speak to someone professionally about, but nonetheless, it's just none of that would be possible without the fact that Maggie Stiefvater is just the most incredible writer. I mean, truly just like so good that I get emo about it. Her word choice is just incredible. Incredible. Like, listen to this. Richard Gansey III lay on his back, gazing up at the muzzy warm blue above the branches. Sprawled in his khakis and citrus yellow v-neck sweater, he looked indolent, tossed a sensuous air to the forest around him. What is real? Blue said, maybe we all come here and fall asleep and have the same dream. I just can't. And also, my favorite part about this book series, I should have rewatched the videos that I made before I made this so I didn't repeat myself. Surely I am right now. But she just perfectly encapsulates friendship. Like, friendship and true love and true violent, passionate, platonic love. Like, so having a friend that you would die for. And also just how teenagers talk. Like, so many, not to name any names, but like John Green. Some people, some YA authors don't know how teenagers talk. They don't know how young people talk. And Stiefvater just does. She consistently writes things where I'm like, I have literally had this conversation with people, or like the interactions, I'm like, I recognize myself in that. And that ability is just something that is so sorely missing from the YA genre as a whole, I think, that it makes all of her books, not just the Raven Cycle, just without a parallel. There's nobody's doing it like Maggie. We've been new. So in regards to the friendship thing, this line is my favorite line from the whole series across all 4 books. And I'd just like to read it to you. I did have it, like, I did put it on my wall. I have had it on my wall at many different intervals, and I probably will put it on there again, just because it's just... You can be just friends with people, you know, Orla said. I think it's crazy how you're in love with all those Raven boys. Orla wasn't wrong, of course, but what she didn't realize about Blue and her boys was that they were all in love with one another. She was no less obsessed with them than they were with her or one another, analyzing every conversation and gesture, drawing out every joke into a longer and longer running gag, spending each moment either with one another or thinking about when they would next be with one another. Blue was perfectly aware that it was possible to have a friendship that wasn't all-encompassing, that wasn't blinding, deafening, maddening, quickening. It was just that now that she'd had this kind, she didn't want the other. Are you kidding me? In Blue Lily Lily Blue, we really get to see Gansey like break apart, which is something I immensely enjoy, because I don't know if you can tell this from everything about me, but I relate to Gansey on like a molecular level, and in this book we really get to see it becomes very clear that he has PTSD, he has some sort of anxiety disorder. We spend a lot of time with him either having trauma-based flashbacks or having panic attacks. And when I say this, it'll be odd to hear, but I find that lovely. I really do. I just think it's refreshing to see a character that is shown as being smart and strong and a good person, a good friend, a good man, and he also has an anxiety disorder and is very vulnerable. I think that having those things exist together is so important, just really. And I just love Gansey so much. Also, spoiler, I'm gonna like put my hand back down when it's done just because like I don't know how the timestamp thing works. But when when Adam is in the courtroom and Ronan and Gansey come in and they come up next to him and he hears them like panting and he's like, they ran here for me. I have chills right now saying it out loud. It just, oh god. True friendship and love is just so, I live and die by it, and that's why this is my fucking Bible. I pray to the altar of Steve Otter 3 times a day, and it's because she came up with these characters that now I'm obsessed with and live with me all the time. So, okay, hand down. So that was probably a more enthusiastic and like emo review than you were expecting, but welcome to my channel. We cry about books here all the time. If you're new here, my name's Catherine. I live in the US. I'm moving to Scotland soon for grad school. I'm gonna be a librarian. So if you're interested in watching those videos, comment down below what you'd like to see and subscribe. I hope you're doing real well. I hope you're staying safe and healthy. I will leave a link down below to a website where you can leave send a message to the governor of Arkansas, Asa Hutchinson, I believe. He basically needs to veto this. They just passed a bill that allows doctors to refuse service based on like religious belief, which specifically goes with trans youth. I left him a message this morning, and the thing is that we all know he won't read it. But the illusion of still having a democracy is frankly all that we have. So if you'd like to do that, it's down in the description box. You haven't read The Raven Cycle yet, please read it. Go ahead and watch those review videos if you'd like to up there. And I hope you're doing real well. Like, comment, subscribe. See you very soon. Bye.